Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I will be featuring some items that I purchased at Trader Joe's this morning. We went down there pretty early. The one we went to, most of them open at 9, but this one located in San Jose area of Jacksonville opens at 8 o'clock. So we got there, I think it was around 8:20, and it was great. The store hardly had any people in it, lots of room to kind of look around and not rush. So I bought some items I've never bought from down there before. So I'm going to see what they're like. The first thing I bought was a bottle of this apple pie wine. Fresh pressed apple wine with vanilla notes. And it's from the Oliver Winery. I'm going to try that. I also bought a bottle of Jam Jar. It's a sweet wine from 2021. And I bought this salad kit. It's Dill-licious, and it has cauliflower, radishes, red and green cabbage, green leaf lettuce, and kale with Trader Joe's chip in a pickle, dill pickle flavored potato chips, dill pickle flavored seasoning, and dill cucumber ranch dressing. It's a complete salad kit, so we're going to try that. Then later on after that, I'm going to try some sweet treats. I buy these and they're vegan and gluten-free marshmallows. Now, I get them at Trader Joe's. This is their brand, but you can also buy the Dandy's brand, and they're also gluten-free and vegan. These at Trader Joe's, and they're seasonal, so you can't find them all the time. So I found these about 2 months ago, and I threw them in the refrigerator just to keep them nice until I wanted to use them. And they're, I believe, about $2.99 or so for a bag of these, and the Dandy's ones usually run anywhere between $5 and about $8 a bag. So when I find these, I grab them. And then, of course, we have the chocolate chips from Trader Joe's, that the 72% dark chocolate chips. They're also vegan. They don't have any dairy in. And I bought a bag of apples today from their Macintosh. I think they were, I want to say about $4.49 or so, maybe, for a 4-pound bag. These are not the usual apples that I usually buy up north in New York. I'm used to bigger apples, but I figured they'd still make good applesauce anyway. So that I'm going to experiment with a little bit because they're so tiny and see how that goes. And then next door, of course, is Barnes & Noble. They opened at 9 o'clock, so by the time we got our groceries in the car, it was like 9:01, so we went over. So I had to pick up this book. It was only $10, and it's a Taste of Home Breads book. Recipes in here for loaves of bread, rolls, biscuits, and more. I think there are even some muffins in there, but I couldn't resist this, because breads are one of the things that I really struggle with. So I need to overcome that and start to work more on breads. So I'll be doing some recipes in the future with this book. As well as some of recipes that I've saved from before, some of my favorites, and hopefully I will get better at making bread. So come along with me today, and we will make up some goodies and taste test some of this stuff and see what we think of it. First thing I'm going to do is the salad. I have a bowl out here. Put my apples back. This open. I usually like to buy the guacamole ranch one that I get a lot of times at Trader Joe's or Aldi. Aldi's cheaper. It's usually about $2.99. That one's really good. This literally has potato chips in it. Wow. Saw that on the outside. I didn't really think you really put potato chips in. Well, we'll see. I would think they'd get soggy in there. I think what I'll do is I'll save the chips to top it with. Now, let's see how we go. I guess we just dump it all together. Doesn't really say. Okay. Here's a little packet, I guess, of maybe dill mix. Ooh, yeah, it's dill mix and garlic. I guess I'll sprinkle that on. I feel like I don't want to put the whole thing in. I think it'll make it a little salty. Now, we don't need help from you today, but thank you anyway. Excuse me. Excuse me. I guess he's going to stay. Okay. You're not going to like salad. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to like salad. I'm making myself salad. You're not going to like it. There's some of that ranch on there. Usually not a ranch fan, but ranch dill sounds pretty good. Toss. Stir this up. I guess he thinks I'm having a cooking class for him. Oh, this smells really, really good. And the coals out. See how this is. Put the potato chips on because I just want to try it without the potato chips. And I only used about half of the little powdered mix that was in there. Let's see how it is. Yeah. I like it that way. I mean, maybe I will put a little bit more of the powder mix on. Sorry, my friend wants to go in the bedroom. Are you going in? Okay. Bye. See you later. Bye, Freckles. Yeah, maybe a little bit more in the mix. Otherwise, it doesn't really have too much flavor. A little bit more on. My other friend wants to go in with him. All right, go ahead. Go keep him company. Oh, there's going to be a cat fight. Are you going in? All right, there you go. They like spending time together. Yeah. I think you do need to put the whole pouch of this in. You wouldn't think so? I don't think it'd be too strong, but I think it does need it. All right, now try the chips. Yeah. Potato chips on top of a salad. It's really good. That's a really good salad. I'd definitely buy it again, and you get quite a bit out of it. Yeah. All right. Good job, Trader Joe's. Okay, so next we're going to be trying the wines. First one will be the apple pie. Well, that sounds kind of sweet. Now, you always want to go with a drier or semi-sweet and then work your way up to sweet. This says sweet too. I don't know which one will be. All right, we're going to go with jam jar first. I can get the thing open. There we go. All right, let's see what I think of this. Yeah, that's good. I don't know if I'd really call it very sweet. It's more like a semi-sweet. No, it says sweet. Still good though. Very good. Okay, next we're gonna try this one. This one has a cork in it. All right, here we go. I smell it, but oh, this is a white one. I thought it was red. I couldn't tell by the bottle. This smells sweeter. Oh yeah, that's sweeter. Oh wow. Yeah, apple pie. Definitely tastes like apple pie. Oh my gosh. That is really good. That one I saw when I walked in the door today. It was right there at the front. So that's the first one I picked up. And then as I was walking through the store, this jam jar one was on a separate display. Oh my gosh. Yeah, They're both good, but I really like that one the best, is the apple pie. All right, cool. All right, next we're gonna move on to, I'll be melting some chocolate and I'll be making these marshmallows dipped in chocolate. We'll get started on that. And I use, this is paraffin wax, and it's all broken up into little chips like this. I buy it at the Mennonite store up in New York. I'm sure you could probably find it on Amazon or maybe even in your local store as well. So what I do is I take some chocolate chips, I put them in a cup and put them in the microwave. So I don't have my favorite cup that I like to use in the microwave. I have a certain cup I like. Oh, I don't know where it is. All right, well, I like it because it's kind of like cone shaped, and it's really nice for dipping the marshmallows. I guess the bottom, but I'll just have to make do with this. Okay. Now I have a whole bag of marshmallows here, and I'm thinking I'll fill up the cup that I have, and that was about half a bag or so. And then I put some of the paraffin wax on there, sprinkle a little bit on the top, maybe about a tablespoon for that cup size, and I put it in the microwave. I'm going to microwave it in increments of 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, I'm going to take it out, stir it up, see how it looks, and if it's still not quite melted enough, I put it back in for another 30 seconds. If you get, past that and you think maybe you only want to do like 15 or 20 seconds, you could do that too, because you definitely don't want your chocolate to burn. All right, it goes in the microwave. While that is in the microwave, I'm going to get some wax paper out and a tray to put them on. You can see these are bigger chips than when I usually use the mini chips, but those that I have, the mini ones right now, aren't vegan. I'm using the bigger chips, so these are going to take longer in your microwave. All right, put these back in again for another 30 seconds. Now the chocolate was in for about a minute altogether, and you can see that it's all melted. That looks great. Just stir it around a little bit and it'll finish melting. I don't know where I put my candy dippers that I have, and I know I've had them before, so we might have to improvise today. I'll find them when I'm not looking for them. So I definitely will have to improvise because I cannot find my candy dippers. So I'll just use this wooden skewer that I have. Okay, put some wax paper in there. I think this is got more wax. The marshmallows open. They were in the refrigerator, but I left them sit out for a little bit to warm them up to room temperature. Okay, so that 1 cup of chocolate made a lot more marshmallows than what I thought it would. So I actually got out a second bag and I made up probably a good half or so of the bag. So I have the first tray in the refrigerator. You can also put it in the freezer for a quick set, or you can just put them in the refrigerator. They just take a little bit longer, but I'm going to get this tray in the refrigerator. I will actually switch it with the tray I had in earlier. Let's see how these look. There you go. They're pretty much set up. I might leave them in for maybe about another 10 or 15 minutes just to make sure they're completely set. Then I'll take them off the tray, and then I'll store them in a sealed container in the refrigerator and then take them out before we're ready to eat them. I usually let them sit out for maybe about a half an hour before we eat them, just so that. Okay, so the next little project for today is making applesauce with the 4 pounds of McIntosh apples that I picked up at Trader Joe's. So I'm going to get these cut up. I put them in a crock pot and turn them on high at first for a little bit until they really get cooking. Then I just put them on low. Make sure you put a little water in with them. And then I just let them slow cook in there until they're soft enough to bring them out and make applesauce with them. So I've already washed them all and put them in I just use a spaghetti strainer because it's a big pot. And I have them hanging out in there, and I'm going to get chopping those next. Okay, so I'm back. I have all of the apples cut up into quarters and put a little bit of water in there. And then I will start the crock pot on high, get it going, and then once it starts to cook pretty good, turn it down to low and just let it cook away until the apples are soft. Applesauce is done. So what I did was I just went and got out. It's actually a spaghetti pot where the strainer comes out. I'm just going to dump all this applesauce into there, kind of stir it around with a spoon, and it's going to strain it all. And then we'll have all of the applesauce left in the bottom. And then you can add cinnamon, vanilla, and sugar if you'd like to it. So we'll get started. So here is the applesauce all finished. This is what is left in there. And then when you pick up the pan, there's your applesauce. All right, so it's all done, and I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla in for flavor. You can also put some cinnamon in, and if you'd like to put some sugar in. So for me, it was sweet enough. I didn't need to put any sugar in it, but if you'd like to, you can always put some sugar in. So that was 4 pounds of McIntosh apples, and it made up to about there. So I'm thinking it made probably about 4, maybe 5 cups of applesauce. Yeah, more than I thought. So I'm going to try to make more homemade things like, you know, applesauce and all that rather than buying jarred stuff, because I've just been not feeling well since I've been eating more processed things. So, and they put so much stuff in it, and I just figure, you know what, I'll just make homemade. And made more than I thought. So I'm going to try to make more homemade things like, you know, applesauce and all that rather than buying jarred stuff. And yeah, it's about 5.5 cups that it made of applesauce. So pretty good amount. And I think the apples all together, I think were about $4.49 or so for a bag of apples. So it's worth it. By the time you go out and buy a jar of applesauce in the store, like I say, it doesn't taste right. Kind of tastes sometimes like a plasticky or even like a bleach kind of flavor to it. I've tried different ones. I just don't like the aftertaste. And you end up paying, you know, maybe like $3 for a small jar of it. So $4.49, and you get a big container of homemade. So thank you for joining me, everyone, today, showcasing some of these delicious items from Trader Joe's. Stay tuned for some more delicious treats that I'll be sharing with you in the future. Until then, eat well and stay healthy.